Hay un lugar donde todas tus fantasías
What the?
más oscuras y enfermizas son posibles. Comparte tu experiencia.
Coming from the same creator of The Succubus and Agony, which are totally all the way adult-rated first-person kind of horror games, not the kind of games you want to play with people around watching, we've got here another game from last year, it's been in the making for over 2 years now, called Tormenta, which is more of a survival horror in third-person, just like the Silent Hill games, the classic ones, but with no fixed camera. It's got a little less nudity as opposed to the earlier projects. Just take a look, game's set to be coming out of PCs in the next generation of consoles only.
Hello? Why are we here? Who did this to us?
Y recompénsalas con la
I'm
venganza
gonna stop this madness.
I wouldn't touch it.
de Manhunt. Atormentador.
A couple days ago, Warner Bros. Came out with the news that Mortal Kombat 12, in addition to the Suicide Squad Justice League, will now release within 2023. Well, right now, there's just no words of a precise release date nor a release window for Mortal Kombat 12, but we're speculating E3 2023 is going to be a pretty good event for showcasing some of its gameplay and a release window. In any case, it's only set to be a next generation console exclusive with crossplay support on PCs, of course. Chances you're a old school retro shooter fan like myself, we're pretty old, we've got over here perhaps the most relevant to the genre here from only a week ago, through its reveal trailer, a first-person horror shooter retro classic going by the name Hyper-Violent, which is a science fiction based kind of halfway a Doom and a Wolfenstein and a Dead Space or System Shock in setting, with no release date, only that it's gonna be a PC exclusive once it's finished. Number 4, we have Ill. One of the most mind-blowing and also most awaited projects, indie projects, first-person horror shooters we've been looking forward to for the past few years, which, believe it or not, we've actually been getting this question so many times, whether if it's a real game or just a concept or just cinematics. Well, the answer to that would be actually yes, it is 100% a real game. It's being developed by a real team who even started the Kickstarter campaign in addition to a Patreon. This is in-game footage, indeed, but a release date for it is still yet to be announced. Game Kitchen came up with a new update on the long-awaited sequel Blasphemous 2. They said the game is now coming over to PC, Switch, and both generation of consoles around holidays this year. We actually just got its official trailer through IGN, which I'll just cut the commentary short. All you really need to know is that the Team 17 said the game is going to be much bigger in scale.
Pressure. Absolute. Feel your control. Button.
Coming up behind that it is Outlast Trials. Well, the much awaited co-op survival horror hit now hitting Steam through early access on May 18, with, I'm assuming you know already, but for those of you new, with co-op components, technically a co-op game in nature now as opposed to the previous games, with even 3 other players in multiplayer. Here is a trailer Red Barrel's just released and the world that the game is gonna be a PC and past generation console exclusive.
Progress in harmony. Self-betrayal. A subjugation of perception.
Guard.
Chemical encouragement. Doctrine over person.
This is for your own good.
The final confession. Elaborate and inclusive, rather than terse, for an even greater emphasis upon the experience of personal.
Number 7, it is Witchfire. This is actually the most awaited shooter in the list, a dark fantasy first-person shooter from the same folks who previously worked on Painkillers, Bulletstorm. So guys, Witchfire has been in development for over 8 years. This game is now scheduled to come out around summer this year for PCs only. Here's a trailer showcasing the weapons, how they work, and some new graphical changes in engine, in case you missed it. Samo Nottingham, about a month ago, finally came out with an update on Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Testing demo that's coming out, a new trailer, and the word that the game's now coming to PCs and all consoles as well, August 18. Well, the demo test is coming around by the end of June, offering a good dose of the asymmetrical action we're watching on the trailer, in addition to a multiplayer. Just take a look in case you missed it.
You can't hide from me! This is your own fault.
We have a mission ready for you. A raid on a Horizon facility, similar to the one we escaped from.
Announced a little over 6 months ago, we have Trepang 2. A new trailer for it. I've actually mentioned this one maybe once or twice on the channel, so there's a chance you might have missed it. This is just reconfirmation that Trepang 2 is releasing later this year and a free demo on Steam. Whatever the title means, but I looked it up, actually it means large sea cucumbers in Chinese. I don't get it. Is actually a slow motion style, like kind of Max Payne inspired, Fear inspired as well, first person shooter. It's now set to be coming out on June 21st.
Our next creature is a fascinating specimen, found only in a tiny region of Mexico. This extremely rare aquatic salamander is an axolotl. Despite its small size and cute appearance, axolotls are carnivorous. This particular axolotl is armed with an AK-47.
Now, Now, coming up behind that from only a few days ago, we have Axolotl. You know, just the creature itself, Axolotl, aka. Anyway, this is a top-down roguelike bullet hell shooter from the same developers of Aeon Drive. Their newest game here is a much more action-oriented in nature. Not just that, it's actually very much in the same style of The Binding of Isaac, with pixelated graphics, one hell of a twist, and last but not least, it's coming to PCs and Switch and all consoles as well by the end of the year.
Axolotl.
From a few months ago, we have here touted as a wave-based first-person shooter survival game, something called Hellbreach Vegas. This is actually a single-player and co-op multiplayer with and without a connection requirement, and quite a bit in the same vein as the old Saint of Planets, although it's actually set in a Hellswarm invaded version of Earth. Here's the trailer, game's set to be coming out of PCs only sometime around June this year. At number 12, it is as far as a violent VR game could go, a new game from only a few days ago revealed through IGN called Dead Hook VR, which was given the tag roguelike VR shooter, and also story heavy if that even makes sense. Anyway, the music's pretty darn good, it's almost Mick Gordon's work for Doom games and just pretty fast paced, so you can say it's pretty much a good VR attempt at Doom. How about you play the role of a smuggler or something? Game's set to be coming out on May 18th. In case you missed out on the trailer a month ago, during Devolver Digital's showcase, with the same team who previously worked on Broforce, a few other games as well, a bunch of other games, we came across a new IP called Anger Foot, which is a fast-paced first-person action game, not a shooter mainly, but a kicker, where you just kick folks into oblivion just because you don't like them. And not just that, you've got also anger issues. Anyway, this game's set to be a PC exclusive and releasing by the end of the year. Sitting on Steam through a demo since a month ago. Last but not least, we've got over here House of Pain, which is literally Splatterhouse out of the Sega Super Nintendo era. The action horror game that even made it to the Xbox consoles last, except here you play the role of Jason Voorhees, I'm assuming, or some dude that looks like him, use chainsaws, machetes, even shotguns, in just the nastiest ways you could think of to take down zombies, which are mainly what you're dealing with. Check it out, this game's set to be coming out fully for PCs only later this year.